Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate and I'm back with another episode of Paranormal Talk, Paranormal App Test. So today we're going to be checking out the App of the Dead by Brian Pye. Now I don't know really anything about this app. To be honest with you, it seems to be kind of newer. It only had one review in the App Store and that was a 4. So, I guess that's promising, right? One review and it's a 4? Gotta be something good, right? Maybe. We'll see. So I've not opened this app before. You guys are going to go through it as I open it. We're going to try and figure it out. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to it. This is App of the Dead by Brian Pye. Paranormal app test. You know the drill, guys. Let's get it. Hey guys, welcome back to Paranormal Talk. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you should be well aware that not all of my content is suitable for all ages. This is your parental advisory, explicit content warning. Enjoy the video. Alright guys, so this is App of the Dead by Brian Pye. As you see here, App of the Dead is the green logo in the middle on the left. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what this bad boy's all about. Okay, kind of like the opening screen there. Calibrating EMF. Okay, so this is another device that claims to be able to detect EMF. I've stated my piece on that many times. You guys know how I feel about that. But let's see if this thing actually works. Got it up near my light, and I will say it definitely fluctuated. Now it's calibrated properly near the microwave. Okay, doesn't seem to be affecting anything. Near my light, it definitely jumps up near the light, so that's interesting. You know, I wonder, I'm gonna turn the microwave on and see what happens. Let's just go with 10 seconds. I don't know if you guys saw that really quick fluctuation there up to 70. So that was impressive. So the thing about the EMF gauges on these things, guys, is after further research, what I've discovered is they don't really detect electromagnetic fields all that well, but they do detect the magnetic field relatively well. So I don't know what is going on here. So we got a compass. I don't know what this little symbol up here does. It doesn't do anything. Audio, video, session data, photos. Okay, so it's got a lot of different things you can do. Let's see what the photos do. Nothing. Okay, it's because you gotta access the camera. So guys, house is a little messy. Sorry about that. We're in the process of doing laundry and all that good stuff. Hello, Acorn. My son's upstairs. He's asleep. I got the TV on. So I like the fact that it gives you the air pressure. I don't know why the temperature on it's not working now. That's kind of weird. So you can tap anywhere to focus. You can do photo or video. And there goes Acorn. So yeah, let's go ahead and close that out. I like that feature. But I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so what does this do? Turn this all the way up. Make sure my thing is off silent mode. So you can actually hear what you're saying, and I kind of like it. Hello? But it does cause kind of a weird echo. I don't know what this does. Oh, it transcribes the words. That's interesting. Okay. So my question here would be, you would think that if the little icons here, the microphone and the waves, didn't have a line through them, that they would be active, right? No, in this case, it's opposite, it looks like. Why would the line be through it? for it to be active. That would mean that it was shut off, I would think. That's it's like having a video game where you have to hit up to duck or down to jump. That doesn't make any sense as to why that would be backwards. So it's got an air pressure gauge. I don't know what this buffer full thing means. Live audio is on. So it shows you here that you can mute it, and it tells you there at the bottom where it says live audio and buffer. But I don't know exactly what the buffer does. It's got a compass. You can see here. So that's pretty cool. That works. I think. Best way to test that would be to go to my compass, which is in here somewhere. I don't use it very often. There it is. So it's telling me that right there is north. So I'm going to leave the phone in the same position and see if it brings up north accurately. So let's sit this down. Okay. Let's go back to After the Dead. And the compass seems to be fairly accurate. And the compass is up here, guys. A little green arrow. I'll circle that for you. But it seems to be fairly accurate. That works okay. Okay, so the little dot that looks like Saturn when you hold it upward like this. And I'll circle after you guys too. Is actually the direction of the device. How you have the device sitting. So that's relatively cool. I like that. So let's turn this off and transcribe. I don't know if turning this on or off makes any kind of difference. Maybe you'll be able to see the spirit speak. I'm not positive. Let's see what the settings have. The settings. Would like to use Bluetooth. No, I never use Bluetooth for anything. Microphone top, bottom, back. Okay, temperature reader. Let's refresh that. No temperatures found. Okay. See, auto connect. See if it does anything then. Nope. All right. Currently only Kestrel drop temperature. Okay, so you have to have a special temperature connection for this. So this right here, it looks like it just changes the color of the icon. That's relatively useless other than changing the color of the app for your own preference. I mean, it's not a bad feature, but it's not something that I would necessarily use on a regular basis. Let's turn that off. I'm going to say this now. So we're going to start a session and see exactly if any words show up when we ask questions. If there's any spirits residing in this house with me, I'm speaking only to you. No outside forces are allowed to come in and speak. I'm speaking only to spirits that reside in this house. I mean you no harm, and I expect the same respect in return. I'm just here to communicate. So start the session now. If there's anybody in this house with me, can you please come forward? Come to my phone. Speak to me. Tell me. What is your name? Can you use this device to tell me your name? My name is Nathan. Can you tell me how old you are? Can you tell me what year it is? Alright, so this app, I'm not exactly sure, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like, what this app exactly is used for, it almost seems as though it's just basically wanting to be in very, I guess you could say, upgraded version of an electromagnetic field detector. You got the option to be able to speak, and you got the option to be able to use different, various small features, nothing really major like the compass and the positioning of the phone. And you can do this here to transcribe the words, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything other than just transcribing what I'm saying, which doesn't really make much sense unless this can be used in a way to visibly show you EVP that are being caught at the time of the recording. However, that doesn't seem to be the case. I have nothing coming through at the moment. But then again, as you guys know, paranormal activity acts when it wants to act. It's not set in stone when it's going to happen. So that doesn't necessarily mean that this portion of the app doesn't work how it's supposed to. It just means that at this current moment, I have nothing going on. So let's walk around for a minute. I want to test this electromagnetic field detector a little bit more. I'm going to go near my TV. And oddly, that made it drop. Now it's going back up. Just kind of walking around doing a sweep. I just want to see how accurate this thing is. Up near my light, it definitely does jump near the light. So I can't say it doesn't somewhat function as it's supposed to, because it does jump up near certain things that put off an electrical field. And so that is kind of interesting. But I want to try this one more time. If there's anyone here with me, come forward. Tell me, are you a male or a female? Refresh that. Do you like us living in this house? Do you like us? So I'm not sure exactly what this microphone thing does down here. Let's see that. Okay, I think this, oh, okay, so this is actually recording, so it's working like an EVP recorder. If there's anyone here with me, come forward, please. Tell me, what is your name? Can you tell me my son's name? So if you guys see the little raisings there, it's me walking on the floor. I don't think that's EVP coming through. Can you tell me what kind of animal do we have as a pet? I'd like to point out that that's kind of moving there at the first two bars, and I'm not moving at all. So I don't know what's going on with that. I wonder if it's hearing the TV that I have going upstairs. I don't have the volume that loud, but if it's picking up the TV, that means the microphone on this is relatively sensitive. But then again, the microphone will be as sensitive as the device that I'm using. So that may in turn make sense. Can you tell me, what year is it for you right now? All right, so we're gonna stop this session and see. We're gonna go here, sessions data. So this is really cool. You go through here, and I like that. It shows you different pressures. It shows you where you gain or lose pressure. EMF, it shows you in blue. I assume the blue is where you get variations. So let's see what this is. Nope. Okay, so you can zoom in on that. So you can kind of make a baseline. I assume that's what that is going to be used for, is just basically to use a baseline. But my question here is, how do you listen to the audio? Select the recording, untitled. So you guys see here on 5.8, I was using... Not sure exactly what this... So as you guys see here on 5.8, I was using the device. And yes, I did use the device on 5.8 for 3 minutes and 27 seconds. I did do a recording, but it's been a while since I've done this. Unfortunately, when I made this video the first time, I forgot to turn the microphone on my screen record. So this is technically the second time that I've used this app. However, I don't remember too much about it because it was a relatively quick test. So let's continue on with this and see if we caught any EVP. Microphone thing does down here. Let's see that. Okay, I think this, oh, okay, so this is actually recording, so it's working like an EVP recorder. Okay, so you can actually, if there's anyone here with me, so you can actually look at everything that you've said as far as the transcription. You see here, transcription start. Just turn that off. But let's have a listen. Come forward, please. Tell me, what is your name? Can you tell me my son's name? So if you guys see the little raisings there, it's me walking on the floor. I don't think that's EVP coming through. Okay, so we're not going to go through that whole thing again, but I will keep that because I do want to go back and have a look at it, only because I want to see if we did catch an EVP, and if we did, I'll make another video and I'll highlight them for you. But I think as of right now, I have enough to end this test and give you a basic overview of what I think. So guys, I'm going to come back with my final conclusion. Be back in just a minute. Alright guys, so that was App of the Dead by Brian Pye. Before we jump into my final conclusion though, I would like to point out the new decoration on the back porch. We got a disco ball. Why? Because my girlfriend thought it would be nice to hang a disco ball on the back porch. Who the hell knows? All we need some funky music and we can get down tonight. Not sure if I'm a fan of this or not, but it's what it is, right? Girlfriend wants it here. What the hell am I going to do? It is what it is. So the actual app itself, jumping into my conclusion. It looks great. It looks professionally done. It looks well built. It's got a very great layout, and it's all in all not that difficult to learn. I will say though, my last two app tests have made me question my own thoughts on how electromagnetic field detectors built into these mobile devices actually work. Because, you know, I'm a firm believer in they don't work. Our phones are not built to that capability. Can our phones detect magnetic fields? Yes, because you have a speaker in your phone. The speaker has a magnet. So of course you're going to be able to detect that kind of a fluctuation. However, the last two tests, when I put the electromagnetic field detector to a spot where it should have fluctuated, it did. So now I'm getting to the point where I have to question my own theory on this. And this is why I love the paranormal, because now I have to question my own theory. And I love that. So I'm looking forward to testing some more electromagnetic field detectors in other apps to see what the variances are. Because if I could prove myself wrong, I'll gladly admit it. So it has a compass. Why? Not sure. I guess if you're in the woods, you're not going to get lost. Not exactly sure why the app has a compass. I guess it's a nice feature. You're not really going to use it for much, to be 100% honest. It's got this little gyroscope style thing. It tells you the direction that your phone is facing. Once again, don't know why you need that. That's just kind of like a function that's thrown in there that's unnecessary, that you took the time to put into the app when you could have taken the time to actually fix something else that may have been wrong with the app, like the fact that you have to click the button that's obviously turned on because there's no line going through it. The wave and the microphone, if there's a line going through it, that means it's off, not on. It's backwards in this app. And that is really confusing because I couldn't figure out how to turn the echo on. And then I was like, oh, well, I hit this button, there's a line through it. To me, that means it's turned off. Why, when I push that button, does a line go through it and it turn on? I don't get it. That's just backwards and it's weird. But the echo does work. So that's a plus. The transcription of the app seems to work okay. I did realize one thing in my initial test that I don't think I reached in my test that I did for this video. And that was the transcription actually does have a limit. Once you hit a certain amount of words, it will stop transcribing. So you have to turn it off, turn it back on, and refresh the transcription. So that's a little bit of an inconvenience, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. However, having the transcription honestly is a good, useful tool, because now you can do EVP questioning and you can go back through and say, hey, I asked this question, and it's right here in the transcription when you go back to review it. And I got this answer. You can now take your question and correlate it on paper. You can print out that screen and say, hey, this is what we caught. So I actually do like that part of the app. Now, am I going to say that this is an app that you should go out of your way to get? No, I'm not going to say that. It is free, so it's not going to break your bank, obviously. It's not going to cost you anything. But is it really worth the time? I think that there are flaws with the app. The flaws being the fact that the function to turn on the echo and the transcription are backwards. I don't like that at all. The recording setup of the app to get to the camera, it's a little bit funky, and I didn't mess around with that too much because it's your standard camera, guys. It's the standard, you turn it on, you record. That's it. And I'm still not exactly sure what that little red light was. It looked like a laser pointer that came into the bottom of the screen when I was doing that little portion of the test. Have not been able to figure that out yet, so I think that's kind of weird. Do you guys have any ideas? Drop them in the comments, please. I'd like to hear it. So, is this an app that you want for your paranormal toolbox? That's the question. I think parts of the app function like I expect them to. Parts of the app may or may not function. I just didn't have the proper activity going on to say whether or not they work like they're supposed to. I caught no EVP in my 2 sessions. The transcription, I don't know if it transcribes EVP as they come through, or I don't know if when you're going back to listen how loud they sound. Guys, I don't know. I don't have that information to give you. So if you decide to download this app and test it, please let me know if you can screen record a clip of it. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, I have a Facebook. Send it to me on there, DM me, let me see how the app actually works when you're using the transcription and an EVP comes through, because I would be interested to see that. So is this an app that you want for your paranormal toolbox? I think just for the fact that the transcription is definitely worth at least trying. Now, is it going to work for you? I don't know. I can tell you that it didn't really work for me. But that's the circumstance of the paranormal. It doesn't happen when you want it to. It happens when it happens. So guys, that's what I've got for you today. That was App of the Dead by Brian Pye. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Sharing is caring, so if you found it informative, I'd appreciate a share. What I got for you guys tonight. Nate signing out. I'll see y'all next app test.